Going live in 3, 2, and 1. Hello, everyone. Welcome on into the stream. Hope you're all doing well. I am here with Sinbad again. Hopefully, okay, Discord works. Perfect. Yeah, anyways, hello. Alright, so we got a lot of people in chat. Hello, Sparko. More furry game story. Yes, indeed. Hello, Wisteriaco. And hello, Miniaturity, a friend of my friend Wuff Paws, who is a big Artemis fan. Hello. Welcome on into the stream.
I'm not surprised, honestly, that he likes it. He likes Artemis so much.
Yeah. Wisteriaco also just saying, buckle up for this one. I am prepared. Because, I mean, I already got broken by Rofi, and Theo is just, oh my god. Same with Hunter. Like, all these characters' backstories are really, really heavy, and that's what makes this game so special. It has I cannot wait to dive deep into character breakdowns once the game is completed. Because the thing is, I am planning to do a potential video essay on the game, and because this game is really well put together, and I'm very excited to see where it goes. So next week is going to be the last Promises to Keep stream for a while, because one, that's going to be the last route that we're going to do, and then two, the next update is not going to be released until mid-May, because they are going to be writing in general the general timeline for the next in-game day, which is of course going to take the longest, and the next update is going to be Rofi's Day 4. So I'm very excited.
Wait.
I know it's gonna be worth the wait, though, I'm sure, because this team
is a big fan favorite.
Yep, everyone loves Rofi. Me and the homies love Rofi. But yes, sit back, relax, make sure you have a little bit of snack, something comfy. I've got myself some of my usual traditional coffee that I play while playing this game. Without further ado,
I'm gonna try with my DRG mug. So all I gotta say is, fuck off! You fuck galactic.
Yep. Anyways,
all those furries who know what I'm talking about. Fucking stone.
Yep. And my game audio is working. Unlike last time, I did just post an edited version of last week's stream on my VODs channel, which has the music edited in. And it doesn't have any of the sound effects, unfortunately, but of course the music is what carries this game wholeheartedly.
Yeah. It basically didn't have the in-game audio.
Yep, but at least our voices were clear, and I managed to managed to balance the audio very well. So without further ado, let us begin. This is Promises to Keep, the Artemis route. Let me get my...
by the way, about my mug, it's still unfinished. I still gotta fill in some holes with my brother's 3D pen. Then after that, I'm gonna have to do the most painstaking part, which is painting the mug.
Alright, so I say that until Pika gets here, if she is coming in tonight, we'll do the same voices that we did last time. Sound good?
Good enough for me. I remember correctly, I voiced Artemis, Theo, and Hunter, I believe?
Yep, that's right. Anyways, we're gonna begin by hanging out with Artemis on day 1. Let's do this. Let's see what Artemis is up to. As I walk into the living room, I see the Blue Jay sitting on one of the chairs by the front windows. His headphones are in, he's staring out at what little he could see while sipping from a steaming mug. A bit of quiet music and snow watching might be nice. I walk over to the bird and he turns towards me. I motion to the chair next to him, pulling out my own headphones. He nods and turns back to the window. No words required. Nice. I've done plenty of small talk today. Wonder what he's listening to. Probably something loud, judging from his outfit. The chair is ludicrously comfy and fits me like a glove. I can't help but let out a slight purr as I sink into the luxurious cushions.
Aww.
His eyes flick to me, then back out the window. Oops. Did he hear me? Nah, no way. Any reasonable volume would have drowned me out completely. I pop the I pop the headphones in. What best suits this comfortable evening? What song fits well with the warm clothes, soft chairs, and a full belly? Oh, I know. The familiar guitar chords sweep me away in an instant. I love this chair. I love this song. This moment is so perfect I can't help but hum along quietly. The purrs return, mixing the notes into a gently rumbling melody. This song bops! Artemis has good taste. Yeah, for those...
That was Leo.
Yeah, this is, rock. Like, rock is my second favorite genre of music behind hardstyle, because I grew up with it.
Not really hard rock, it's more like a bit of a mix of jazz and rock, actually.
The return of the swing era.
Yeah, swing! That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Sorry, did you say something?
Did you have a nice reach in the voice?
What? Oh, my bad. I didn't think you could hear me over your music. The bird pulls out both headphones.
Nothing was playing. I just like having some minutes. Oh my god, same here!
It didn't even take that long for a relatable moment. My goodness.
I just love the cat ear headphones. Oh, in your essay, like I said, DJ, have a relatable moments counter. I swear to God,
that's gonna be the case. That's gonna be the case for my highlights compilation that I'm planning to put together for my main channel. Oh,
for your essay as well.
Yes, again, with almost the same intonation. Me? Obviously, who else is here? No, not really. I mean, you know, not outside of the shower. He turns back to the window again. Thanks, though. For the compliment, I mean. Obviously, what else could you be thanking him for?
That's the truth. Ugh, God, I felt that going through my nose. Jeez. Sorry, it's Canada Dry I'm drinking. It's the truth. Wouldn't mind you kept going. Mind if you kept going. No pressure, obviously.
I think I'm good for now. Do you?
I
sing. I can't tell how this is going at all. At least when we were cooking, we had a task to do and something to talk about. Maybe it's time to bail on this conversation? I'm about to open my mouth when...
would you mind sending me the link to that song?
Thank God. Not at all. Beep. There you go. Here goes nothing. Hey, do you want to swap playlists or something? I can tell you've got pretty good music taste, so...
Sure, no problem.
He answers immediately, and I get a link by text not 5 seconds later. Jackpot. I think I found my way into this conversation. Whoa, 15 hours?
Good lord. That's one of my shorter ones. Maybe it would be better to lead with than some of the others.
I check out his profile, and my eyebrows climb higher and higher up my forehead as I scroll through his playlists. He has hundreds of them, all dozens of hours long. My eyes catch on certain names as they fly by. March 12th, 1342. Cleaning my padded cell. Awful Virtues. Supreme International 21st Century Neck Injury Megamix 4. How do you keep track of all these? He shrugs.
I don't think I haven't listened to some of them in years. I just keep new ones because it's fun that I enjoy. At least some hate songs, some of them, but whatever.
Seems you've got something for every mood. He nods.
That's the goal.
He shifts his sitting position, fluidly crossing his legs, and then says, completely deadpan,
I want to listen to every piece of music ever before I die.
I chuckle despite his serious expression. Every piece of music? Most of them aren't that good, you know.
I'll be the judge of that. Anyway, bad music can be the best teacher. You can pinpoint what you hate about something and know what not to do in the future.
That's a pretty optimistic way to view it. My mind shifts back into a concert that I went to with a friend in college. Honestly, I can agree with Artemis. Like, this is the case for hardstyle. Some songs in hardstyle a lot of people don't like, but I'm very open-minded when it comes to them.
My mom has a very musical ear, by the way. So she can
I didn't know the band, but I agreed to go anyway. Bad move. They were dog crap. I spent the whole night drinking in a corner of the bar, thoroughly miserable but not wanting to ditch my friend. Guess he's more forgiving when it comes to music. Not that you could tell by the way he looks. Not stereotype, but he doesn't dress like someone who would listen to country or classical. So, sounds like you write music yourself? On top of being a chef, too? Artemis rolls his eyes and nods once.
I do a bit of everything. Master of none, though. Exactly! A jack of all trades is a master of none! Probably would be better off if I started out with just one interest, but...
That's so cool, though. I want to hear more. What kind of music do you write normally? Have you gotten any of it published yet?
It's that, a bit of everything. And no, not in the way that makes me fun. That's the most important thing. But anyway, you still owe me a playlist.
I know a conversation change when I see one. Guess he doesn't really want to talk shop with me just yet. Oops, what kind do you want? I start scrolling through mine. Crap, none of my names are as creative as his.
It's something that gives me a good idea of your taste of all. It's okay if it's not mood consistent.
Okay, maybe I'll put two or three of them together then. As long as you don't judge too harshly.
No promises.
At that moment, both of our phones buzz. It's Hunter in the group chat. Looks like a GIF.
I regret giving him my number.
I laugh, thinking of Hunter sprawled out on the floor scrolling through GIFs to send. Oh, he's not so bad.
He's fine.
He speaks curtly, but without malice. Our phones buzz again. This time it's Rofi with another GIF. I consider muting the chat.
I'm considering muting the chat. It's so much fun with This is where I cook the horse right out of Leo's mouth.
My thoughts exactly. Might get us in trouble later, though.
I suppose we'll suffer through now, won't we? All things considered,
He looks out the pitch black window.
it could be much worse.
Definitely. I think about my canceled flight and shiver slightly. I was supposed to leave town today. Had planned to be at the airport by 9 a.m. Artemis turns back towards me, hints of sympathy showing on his stoic face.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's fine. Whenever I think about being snowed in at the airport for God knows how long, I shake my head as if to dislodge the thought. I'm happy to be here, really. That gets another smile out of him, much warmer and gentler than before.
Oh, look at that! That's the one I've never seen of Artemis before. I am as well. He's a great guy. He has a lovely home.
And it comes with a talented bird chef. This time I rewarded with a quiet chuckle. Slowly but surely, I'm chipping away at that impassive demeanor of his. Yeah, it is. It is, Minnie.
Thanks, Leo.
His phone buzzes again, this time accompanied by a short jingle. I watch his face soften even more as he unlocks it.
Honestly, he's in the same house as me, but still insistent texting.
I hazard an obvious guess. Ollie?
Ollie?
The bird nods and begins typing out a response.
Oh. Excuse me. Good lord. Expect a lot of gassy me today. By the way, thanks for backing me up earlier. Ollie was being anxious about his nickname.
Oh, sure.
What was his nickname again?
Well, I mean, Oliver is his real name. Ollie is his nickname.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, sure. I mean, I was just being honest. I really don't think he has to worry about Theo being judgmental, though. Though I guess I understand his reasoning. Artemis shakes his head.
It's just a fixation of his. I honestly don't know why. He's always gone by Ollie. And Never had any problems with it until recently. Not sure what's changed, really.
Though he does his best to hide it, his worry is palpable. So you've known each other for a while then?
Not as long as you and Rofi. It's about 4 years, I think.
How did you two meet, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh,
He shakes his head a bit dismissively, eyes glued to the phone screen.
it's not a very interesting story. We went to the same college, and eventually we ended up living in the same street. He's a good dino, and a little stubborn.
Stubborn? Not sure if I've seen that side of Ollie yet, although I guess I could see that. With all the stuff he made you guys bring over. Artemis shakes his head again as the message sent sound plays as he tucks the phone into his pocket.
No, I'm afraid that was my idea. His heat and power were off, but yet saying he didn't want to leave it all behind in the cold. So Theo and I offered to help carry it. Seemed like the heaviest way to get him out of the apartment, which might otherwise have been a struggle. He still made a fuss, of course. Some days I think that boy will literally freeze to death before he asks anyone for help, even me.
I see. Artemis' story casts this afternoon in a new light. I picture Ollie huddled and shivering in his freezing apartment, too nervous to reach out to anyone. If not for Theo, that might have been me.
Do me a favor, yeah?
I refocus once again on the bird sitting across from me.
Don't tell Ollie I said that. He likes it when I worry about him, but only in specific ways.
Feel that, OMG. Hey, Bluebell. Welcome on into the stream, buddy.
Hey, Bluebell.
And then...
And not too much. I did say, and not too much. Not when he doesn't feel like being worried about.
Of course. Your secret is safe with me.
Thanks, Leo.
Tiredness suddenly washes over me. It's been a very eventful day, after all, especially after all the cleaning and packing I did yesterday, in preparation for the flight. I yawn real big, remembering at the last second to cover my open mouth with a paw.
Well, looks like it's bedtime, huh?
Without warning, Artemis stands, readjusting the cushions on the seat after vacating it.
Figured you'd be as tired as I am. It's been a very long day. Especially after all our grand exertions in the kitchen, huh?
Oh, yeah, I guess I am. Sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I'm usually in bed by this time anyway.
Really? Huh. You didn't seem the early to bed, early to rise type. Takes all my willpower to resist making an early bird joke.
Okay, that is actually really good. I'm planning on setting up by 7:30 to 8 and making breakfast. Join me if you like. Or you'd rather sleep in, I'll keep it warm. I know Ollie won't be there up early anyway.
Wow, thank you. I'll see how I feel in the morning. How about that?
Bye by me.
Finished the fixing chair, he gives me another nod and a hint of a smile.
Good night, then.
Sleep well. What an interesting bird. He keeps a lot of surprises under that brusque veneer. If I can get him to open up more, I wonder what else will come spilling out. I yawn again, settling further into the comfy chair. No, come on. Theo's gone to the trouble of setting you up a bed for you. You can't sleep here. Reluctantly, I extricated myself from the cushioned paradise and lumbered towards the den. Yep, and that is the end of that one.
Alright, it's not over yet, because there's apparently more. Apparently, there's new dialogue. Apparently, we haven't seen. Forget, there's also probably like Artemis's dream or something.
Well, we don't get the dream until day 2, the night of day 2. Yeah. Move my trial back for you, Savar. Yep.
Okay.
I'll see if
he's right. I know there's differences.
Yep. Sweet. Good to hear, Bluebell. Yes, so comfy. Yep, that's the dream.
Yep, that's the dream. Good there are probably probably going to be some differences. Who knows?
I don't think so. Yeah, this is all the same.
Oh, it's still broadening.
Think away, down, down. Yep.
Remember, he does have to wake up early in the morning, so.
Yeah.
8 a.m. Yep, look.
Yep. Okay, let's see if there's any differences.
Yep, we're gonna go see Artemis Hunter. Okay, we saw that one before, I think.
Yep. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna be going with Artemis.
Oh, this is different. We put on
Oh, you fucking ha.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to play through these a bit more. I'm just gonna put this in the last one in the Artemis section here. Which one should I do? Just mess me up, bruh. I'm gonna do this one.
I still said ye fucking ha.
I'm just curious, like, follows some of the hardest crap I've ever heard in my entire life. I lower the volume at least 3 times, working about waking up the rest of the house. Okay. Alright, let's try this. Now that's what I call sadness. A few tracks I hear are solid. Sad, but solid. I recognize a few artists by their voice, but not the songs themselves. It looks like he only picked deep cuts for this one. Respect. Oh, I think the skip button grays out when new dialogue happens. Actually, that's good to know.
Yeah.
All right, let's try. Let's try Ye Effing Haw. The title like that, I couldn't resist. I hear 1 or 2 folk and country classics, but most of the tracks are brand new to me. And honestly pretty good. Don't judge a bird by his outfit, I guess. That's, I had a feeling that was like a country playlist though, judging by the title.
I would have said IDK, but...
IDK. Surprisingly, this playlist is all 80s synth. Pretty artful stuff, too. Not just the cliche classics everyone knows. Respect! Respect for the 80s! This bird's got a good ear.
Love that one. Yep.
Okay, that was cool. Alright, let's get some Rofi action in here. What do you say? Let's go do the alternate run on his day 1 section we were hanging out with him. Alright, last time he did belly flop, let's just lay next to the bean.
Aw, how cute he is! Those ears.
For old time's sake, of course. I roll onto my belly and lay next to him, and Rofi starts the next round. I get the urge to run through my paws through his head fur, fluffy as ever. But I resist, remembering my promise to Hunter. I had to win at least once. Without his shenanigans, the round lasts much longer, and the two of us are more easily matched. Darn it! And he wins again.
Damn it.
Hey, are you sure you haven't played this before? I wouldn't lie to you about that. Those Bobby eyes, yep. Fair enough, he was a prankster, not a liar. I ruffle his head fur playfully, earning a giggle from the dog.
Aww.
Once again, it hits me just how easily we were picking up where we left off. All thanks to him, really. Murphy could always warm up a room. He doesn't need to film his living spaces with decorations or personal belongings. He breathes life into a place by being himself. My earlier worries feel so silly now. At his core, he's still Rofi. He's just figured out who he is a bit more. As we continue playing, I start to lose track of time, lost in the game, and lost in memory. Despite the circumstances, the many years we spent apart, I feel safe with Rofi. So cozy. The last thing I think of before drifting off is that I have to get better at this game, to beat him next time we hang out. Okay, so that's roughly like the same, but belly flop is much cuter.
Yes. That's so cute.
Yep. So let's go see which one we did when we did Hunter.
Oh, we could. Should we continue Artemis's road first?
Well, I like to do about an hour of alternate routes before we start the next one. I think we did a lot of the more lengthy ones because I want to get some time in. So let's load up this one. So the floor, join Hunter on the bed. I think we did that one first. Let's do this one. Nah, the floor is good. Oh, thanks for offering, but I'm good on the floor. I plop myself down, extending my legs outwards and leaning forward to stretch my back for a second. I can feel Hunter's gaze in my direction, an inquisitive, curious way. My cheeks warm up momentarily as the raccoon observes me, and I stay stretched just a bit longer, willing my blush away.
Hey, speaking of dumbbells, we totally should hit the gym together sometime. I need a local workout buddy when I'm not at school. He's always too busy or tired or something else. He's just afraid of the gym.
Oh, sure. That sounds fun. What was I kidding? I don't really exercise consistently, and I had always hated PE in school. Same here, Leo! Ugh. But I guess I'd feel safe with Hunter coaching me through a workout or two. I was just getting to know him, but he'd probably be patient with me. I finish my stretch and sit back, exhaling quietly.
Anyway, sorry. What were we talking about here before?
Your tidiness, I think? But we can stop if I'm prying too much.
I think that's basically end of that dialogue.
Well, there's another option on this section that we'll do, so we'll continue.
Nah, I don't mind. Parents only started pushing me towards athletics in high school. So it wasn't really sporty for most of my life. And they always wanted to keep our house spotless. So I grew up super conscious about neatness and cleanliness. Excuse me for the burp there. That was unintentional.
Did you say houses with an S? I make a mental note of that, but continue the conversation. That's interesting. I feel like all the college athletes I've known started when they were kids.
Yeah, my journey was a little unique there. I actually tried a bunch of these things. Well, my parents made me, but still, none of it really stuck until high school.
I see, and I stopped mid-sentence, realizing I didn't actually know what sport he played yet. He raises his eyebrows and smirks mischievously at me, clearly waiting for me to guess. Okay, we know it was gymnastics. Let's try track and field. Although I think he might have done track and field too. Let's, Alright, let's save here.
I was quick Blue Bell said I was quick in PE for a while, but in high school I was not sporty.
Wow. I don't know. Track and field? Hunter snorts, then bursts out laughing. I guess I'm wrong.
Come on, have you seen these guns? Oh, lower body.
He stretches his arms just a little, smiling. I see muscles flex that I didn't even know existed. They definitely drew my gaze just a little.
But nope, I'm a gymnast.
Okay, well, do you like it? And that? Alright, let's try saying I don't know. I have no idea. What sport do you play?
I'm a gymnast. Don't worry about it. No one ever guesses right.
No, it was a sudden switch. And wow. Okay, we are in 37 minutes and okay, let's
Damn, time flies.
Yeah.
They need to add a load option in the settings as well, by the way, because it's not there.
I mean, it's in here, but
yeah, having to save is like why there's no option. There should be an actual button that says load.
Alright, well, I'm guessing, you know what? Time to begin. I think it's time we begin Artemis's route. So.
Yep, let's do that.
You know what? I'm gonna try something.
So I guess we actually do the one with Artemis Day 3. Just in case something goes wrong.
Yeah, because what I'm gonna do once the new update drops, I'm gonna replay through with all the options that focus more solely on the characters, And then once you start the new update stream, I'm planning to replay day 3 as well, in case like some of my other friends are here that haven't seen the game before.
said, "Did I hear gayness earlier?"
I think Hunter is LGBT. I think all the characters are LGBT in one way or another. Because Leo is bi. I think Leo is gay. He's at least queer, and I think Rofi is also queer.
Weird. I personally think they're much more like pan, so no sexual preferences. I'm not gonna pansexual.
I'm really wondering if one of them is ace, but we'll find out. Anyways, let's load and focus on Artie. Here we go. Artemis. Let's go. Artemis leans easily against the jukebox, phone in hand. His wings flutter slightly behind him at regular intervals, as if dancing to some silent beat. The neon light of the jukebox caresses his face, highlighting his soft, feathery hair and the gentle curve of his beak. He looks so elegant, so collected, so handsome. I muster my courage and walk over to join him, trying to look as natural as possible. Hey.
Yo.
Trying to pick some music? The bird looks up from the jukebox and nods.
It's not a party without music, after all.
Exactly. Is this really a party? There's only 6 of us here.
Sure, why not?
He flicks through the list of songs, his face folding into a gentle smirk.
This thing's mostly got all of these, though. He was not beating the grandpa allegation. I swear, he's the most elderly 30-something I've ever met.
Theo's an old man, come on. Not a fan.
And he is in his 30s, so that makes sense.
I mean, and the furry fandom considers, I think it's either 30 or 40 a gray muzzle. I think it's somewhere in that realm.
30, yeah. Mainly gray they turn into gray muzzles the moment they turn around 30. And I am basically in 20s, and I'm gonna say straight up, once 22nd of August arrives, I'm officially gonna be part of the Gray Muzzle Club.
Yay! Not a fan,
I'm looking forward to it. I like old stuff. Just not sure if it's the vibe for tonight.
Well, let me see the song list. I scooch up next to him and start flipping through the tracks. I can feel his eyes on me as I work, sharp, almost piercing, beneath his delicate lashes. I suddenly become very aware of how close we are and resist the urge to step away. Just be normal, Leo. I know a few of these. This one's pretty good.
By the way, about that, Linus, Brent's character, is actually also a Blue Jay, as I mentioned before. But did you know that the Blue Jays were part of the Corvidae family?
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Artemis
family of birds. Brent told me about that. I was like, really?
Yeah.
And Artemis to be part of the same family as Gross.
Artemis squints at the title and then looks back at me teasingly.
Yeah, that's a love song, right? Like a really serious one?
Is it gonna be the same song as last time? Crap, I hadn't thought of that. Why do I suck so bad at being normal? I'm ancient in Artemis's book since I like some good old classical / baroque music.
He looks around the room. Baroque or Baroque?
Baroque, yeah. I don't know. He looks around the room with a smirk.
Listen, I know we're all buds here, but
his eyes flip back to me.
Unless
his smirk widens.
Trying to put the moves on somebody.
Great response. Real smooth. Noticing my expression, his countenance softens and his eyebrows raise.
Wait, actually though? I was mostly kidding, but... Are you?
I'm thinking about it.
Oh, yeah. Well, screw it. Let's do it. Let's put some love songs on. Wingman Artemis, reporting for duty.
Before I could say anything, he punches a set of keys and the machine starts warbling. This is a different one, actually. It's not the same one. The scratchy sounds of an old trumpet and piano fill the basement.
Ooh, good choice.
Theo calls from over at the bar.
This one's an old favorite of mine.
That doesn't surprise me at all, Theo.
Hey, you're the one who queued it up.
Fair enough.
Artemis turns back to me and lowers his voice.
So, lucky guy.
I open my mouth to speak, but he beats me to it, his face lighting up in realization.
Wait, actually, don't tell me. I think I know.
He narrows his eyes and scrutinizes me, his face alight with easy mirth. Suddenly, I'm finding it very hard to breathe, let alone speak. The piano melody strolls mockingly around us as we stare at one another.
I think I knew from the start, to be honest.
Artemis's taste is great, Bluebell, like, for real.
You were pretty obvious.
The muted trumpet spikes and shrills, and my heart tries to hammer its way out of my chest.
You just told me straight up, you know.
I swallowed the lump in my throat. I didn't know how you would react, and I didn't want to make you uncomfortable or anything.
Why would it make me uncomfortable?
He speaks softly, reassuringly, gracing me with a slight lopsided smile.
You worry too much.
You is the most relatable protagonist!
Hey, Foxy.
Yeah?
I can say straight up for you, like, literally, the amount of, things, like, literally just, like, everyone basically, when they see Rofi, or basically, whenever you said it, the amount of times you basically had a relatable, like, protagonist. I'm about to sip!
No audio remasters, only the original audio versions. Exactly, Bluebell. That's what happens. That all the oldies, no remasters unless it's remastered so the audio quality is better, in my opinion. But any like remakes and stuff, no, unless it's good enough. The music rises to a shimmering climax, and a brilliant elation flows through me with each labored heartbeat.
Should tell him how you feel. I have a hunch Ruffy feels the same way about you.
Oh my
Wait,
god!
what?
Oh.
Where is the record scratch noise? Do I have it in the Minecraft Discord?
If not, I'll edit it in the highlight. Thank you.
There we go. This is like I have a hunch Ruffy feels the same way about you.
What?
Did the thing just...
Realization draws on me, and I burst into a hearty fit of laughter. I mean, true, though, because everyone freaking loves Rofi.
Just imagine the music just stop. Like, it's like, I think it's like you just thinks that's like Rofi, and then just music scratch because of the music thing. It's fucking perfect. We need to have that. Slapstick comedy would have been perfect. Since it's a freaking record player, it fits. It's jukebox, so I would have fitted a record scratch there.
Yeah.
Hold on, I need to recompose myself.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
The bird blushes slightly, adjusting his beanie with an embarrassed talon.
Or not. Then, sorry, I guess wrong.
I shake my head, still absorbed in giggles.
Since I'm clearly oblivious, who is it?
Yeah, no crap. Silly bird. Buoyed by the thrill of laughter, the words pour out of me with ease. It's you, Artemis. The pure shock on the bird's face makes me laugh even harder. Sorry, I'm not laughing at you. I just okay, maybe I'm laughing at you a little bit, but
no, it's okay.
He scratches the back of his neck sheepishly.
I just really didn't expect that.
In a good way, or
not in a bad way. It just really caught me off guard there.
He finally meets my eyes again, a slight blush showing on his cheeks.
I'm sorry for being such a dumbass.
It's fine. Now it's my turn to give him a smirk. It suits you. He scoffs, his old sarcastic persona returning.
Well, it caught your attention, so I guess you're right.
He leans back against the wall, stretching his wings out and crossing his arms.
So, what's the plan? I'm still waiting for you to put the moves on me.
My anxiety ebbs, completely replaced by exhilaration. Well, first I figured I'd get so nervous that I could barely speak. Artemis nods sagely.
A good opener.
Then I'd act really cagey, so you'd think I was talking about someone else.
Okay, I'm with you so far.
You have the original scratchy version of the 1928 recording of Rhapsody in Blue as my alarm. That's great. And finally, when you didn't understand, I'd laugh at you and call you a dumb A-word.
Dumb butt.
He gives me a short but pointed golf clap.
Hang on a minute. Where is my you heard what I said, DJ, right?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Perfect. An A+ deduction.
Thank you. I stuff my paws in my pockets and look up at him expectantly. So, he regards me with his usual sardonic smile, but this time I can see a new warmth in his eyes.
Luckily for you, you're direct. Honestly, I'm as dumb as shit sometimes. If someone's flirting as me, I need to dispel it out.
So the opposite of what I did at first.
You got there, that's what matters. You picked a good song too, a classic. In fact,
He turns to the jukebox and starts flipping through the track list again. Hold on, like... The main event... Lost and Clueless Together with a bunny. Two personas, I don't even know. He turns to the jukebox and starts flipping through the track list.
That guy almost looks like Simba, or mixed with Scar.
let me return the favor. Music always speaks louder than words anyway.
We speak music!
That artwork. I love that artwork. Look how beautiful Artemis looks in that one.
Yeah, like that literally is like me and one of my other DJ friends when we're just doing what is known as in the DJ community as crate digging, where we just go through tracks and stuff.
Artemis looks, I guess straight up, the Artemis was drawn in a different, it looks like Artemis was drawn in a different art style. Unlike in this one, it was drawn in a completely different one, you notice?
I think that the in-game sprites are done by Cobalt, and then their other artists, their name is Mary. They do the other arts. They do the other arts because they're in a different. Like they have two artists on the team. I think one of them does the sprites, and that's Cobalt, and then the other one, Mary, does the CGs. That's what visual novels are also known as CGs. Anyways, music. But anyways, we speak music.
Visual novels are known as.
What's up?
That's what CG stands for.
I think it's character graphics. I'm not sure though.
Oh yeah, that's what it stands for.
Yeah. Anyways, we speak music. Shout out to Showtech. Continuing. Once more, I slide up to the jukebox with Artemis, and for a beautiful eternity, we take turns queuing up songs. The old speakers crackle and hiss, enveloping us in hazy jazz and deep, soulful vocals. And together we float, twin islands in the waves. Lightly touching, sometimes speaking, sharing these glimmering moments as the wind howls tunelessly outside. In lieu of words, we play music, sharing our flights of emotion through the whir and spin of vinyl. First playful, then deep. Elation gives way to sorrow sorrow gives way to deep, desperate devotion, teased in the air by a loving scratch of the needle. And needle going around and round like a hands on a clock, singing sweet eternal songs of love until even eternity ends. The muted, tender jazz starts to take its toll. I fight back several yawns, my heavy eyelids fluttering.
Yeah, see? Different art style. Literally right there.
Yep.
I saw that. Bedtime, man.
No, I can stay up. As if on cue, Theo walks out from the bar and announces,
Last call, folks. I'm afraid the bartender is exhausted. Bedtime.
Artemis repeats gently. To my sleepy dismay, the others start heading upstairs as Theo finishes the final cleanup. He reaches out and smooths a bit of fur out of my face.
Aww. Oh, what you got? Aw, look at that gentle love Artemis is giving!
Aww. I nod reluctantly and start to shuffle towards the stairs. When we reach the den, I turn back to Artemis. I had a lot of fun tonight.
Yeah, that was my kind of party.
I wanted it to go on forever. I say sheepishly, shuffling my paws.
Hey, you'll see me tomorrow. I'm not going anywhere.
Tomorrow. When was the last time I actually looked forward to tomorrow? Promise?
Promise. Good night, Leo.
Good night, Artemis. With those few words, he slips out of the room like a shadow. I think I could trust you. Here we go.
Now, let's see how they'll take that crisis of the window shattering.
Let's see. You're not a dream. When I open my eyes in the morning, you'll still be there. After all, you promised. Whoa.
That music got awfully dark.
The door is open, but I can't leave. Oh, this might be Artemis speaking.
It's open. I can't leave.
What? This part's animated! It's animated! What?
What the hell? Did they
What?
animate that?
Okay. What? This is the first time I've seen, like, an actual, like, animation in this game. Are you serious?
Holy sh...
That's great!
That's crazy! Wow! Okay, I don't remember who's the artist, but oh my god, whoever did this...
I think it might be Mary, because I think
Developer
Cobalt...
Mary! Holy...
Because Cobalt,
Yeah.
because again, if I'm gonna have to double check, but Cobalt, I think, is the one who does the sprites, and then the backgrounds and character graphics are done by Mary. Anyways, you're
This is
lying.
amazing. It's still loud, but I can't turn it off. He's in a cage. I'm sick. Can't change. Scared of the outside. Scared of the silence. Most of all,
The music grows impossible. Oh, that's right.
music grows impossibly louder, clawing at my eardrums with frantic fingers. Face rattles in my bones, trying to pull them from my flesh. Can't do this anymore. I have to go. Somewhere, anywhere else. Open the nearest door and stumble outside, kicking up some old trash. Correcting eyes spot a nearby railing and I haul myself in that direction. Barely making it before my knees give out.
Whoa.
Whoa! That was Artemis when he was younger and he had piercings on his wings!
What? That's cool!
So that means he was a band artist!
Yeah, could be. Because that's a live show right there.
I just need a moment. Balance move without thought. Pop it on the string, digging through my pockets for that familiar, calming shape. He smoked!
What?
Sweet heat, fire. Just what he needed. Think of overflowing dumpster inflates my nostrils. shiver as cold wind sweeps past, ruffling my exposed feathers. Shiver again, remembering the feeling of grasping paws and hot breath on my neck. The drag, burning through me, harshly cleansing. I should go back, as they're probably looking for me. But nothing less.
Ooh!
Jesus. Around cue, the wretched door crashes open. Steps through, bringing a sound of fury, and the fury with him.
I can do this guy.
Harsh eyes turn livid, relieved as soon as he sees me.
Oh! There There you are. You should have told me where you were just going out for a smoke. We all thought you bailed just like you did last time.
He laughs. Sweet, yet mocking. His stomach curdles with shame and anger, turning over and over to anxiety's steady beat. Yeah, I just needed a minute.
I figured you never last too long at these kinds of shows.
To get into the railing next to me, she got a cigarette of his own. Looks much too. He always looks so much cooler than me, I suppose.
So,
Looks down at me, he's twinkling behind a curl of smoke.
what was it this time? Music too loud?
Oh, yeah, actually. It's like they keep cranking it up higher and higher. Bass vibrates my throat as I speak, arching its way through the closed metal door. He laughs again.
That's cause they are. That's sort of the whole point. I've got to take you out to more of these nights if that's still bothering you.
There's with laughter, smoking cloud billowing from his nostrils. Up against the railing in the dim fluorescent light. Looks like a smug, sinuous dragon, deciding whether or not to incinerate me with a blast of fire.
What else?
Well, a shiver. Tiger kept. My voice catches my throat. My paws swiftly moving feathers.
Oh, right, yeah. Francis couldn't keep his paws off you, huh?
I snapped his smiling face. Smoking gun.
I guess I should have warned you. He's got a real thing for birds.
Oh shit, he's a feline! You saw? Can you help?
I sure did. Pretty sure everyone did.
Sometimes I hate that shit-eating biz.
Look, I'm sorry about him. He's kind of a pain in the butt, yeah. But his brother runs the club.
Shrugs and take another drag. I did not noticing or not caring that my eyes were roaring through his skull.
And we like coming here, so that's the way it's gotta be. Surely you have to do something about this, friend, whoever your name is. Something tells me that... Oh, I don't want to say it on stream.
Favoritism or corruption.
Probably. That probably could be playing a role. Besides, the cover for this place is way out of our budget. There's no way we get in otherwise.
My talons curl tightly around the bars as metal fence. Like the bars of a cage, dangling vaguely like a wounded mist. Inside, tone changes. He straightens, dumping out his cigarette and tossing it away.
Aw, yeah, this one's my favorite. Hey, come on back in. I'll buy you another drink.
I don't move. Not even speak.
Hey, Earth 2. What's your usual? A rum and Coke?
No. No. My voice cracks. I'm not drinking tonight.
Oh, Well, no wonder you're having a crappy time.
He grabs me by the shoulder, grips it soft, completely whiskey.
Once you get a few drinks down you, you'll be right as rain. Wait, hold on. If I remember correctly, Artemis was the one who selected water in the bar.
That's why.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's another connection.
Back towards the door. Every inch being dragged over to hot coals. No, actually, I think I'm doing
What?
His weight sticks on the familiar edge. Grabs the knife.
Come on, it's only been like an hour. And I'm everyone's ride, remember?
I did remember. How could I forget 45 insufferable minutes in a packed, smoke-choked car, marked raining through the streets at breakneck speed. I said it, by the way. I know. I'm just really not feeling well, and
He changed.
he changed his tact. It sighs deeply, stuffing his paws in his pockets.
Alright, look, if you really want to go home, I can take you, but.
There's always a but.
I just think it's kind of selfish of you, that's all.
The word selfish strikes me like a whip.
We've all been looking forward to this show for like a month, okay? I invited you because you're my friend and I love you.
Every split of the heart, forbidden and unwanted, but completely undeniable.
But if I'd known you'd bail 15 minutes in.
Sighs again.
Look, I can't leave right now, okay? But I can call you a ride.
His gaze on it is now absolutely withering.
What?
I don't think you can afford it.
You're crapping me.
Crosses his arms. Ice beating me down into the pavement.
Let me get this straight. You agreed to come out to this club that you know I've been super excited about, and immediately after you get here, you start acting weird and standoffish. You won't drink, you won't dance, you won't even stay in the building. And now you're telling me I have to drive you home because you don't have any money?
Well, you don't have to. I just need to borrow. This is named like a death sentence. This is my name like a death sentence. Like the pulling of a cold brass bell. The swing shut of an iron cage door.
You're embarrassing yourself and me. Every time you do this, I have to stick my neck out for you. And to be honest, I'm getting pretty effing sick of it.
Raphael longs to size. Sun is wild. Starts rifling through it.
I'll ask the others. We'll lend you the money for a ride. But this is it, okay? If you leave tonight, we're done.
Theatrically riding you. Pauses and meets my eyes. Already knowing what happened. Then they're stuck between the frozen streets and trapped by harsh, glaring beats. Your eyes look unusual. He's to notice as well. He can see me fighting it. Then
Hey, no worries. I'm used to it by now.
Wiry arm over my shoulder tugs me back to the door. He's warm despite the cold. Soothing sweat, smell of sweat, booze, musky cologne washes over me.
Let's get you that rum and coke. You're going to have fun tonight, even if it kills both of us.
Wrenches the door open and we plunge headfirst back into the abyss. Crank my head around, practically trying to catch one last glimpse of me. The door is open, and I can't leave. So that's why. It starts to swing shut, like a confident man nailed into place. Almost hear the pounding of the hammer. Time vibrating around me. Feel a strike straight into my chest, reverberating through my aching body. Hear someone calling me the familiar gruff voice that sets every feather on edge. With that slender arm, a banal anchor, call from my shoulders. Letting me loose, lost, drift, violent wave, clouds of smoke. Different pair of paws envelop me. My mind goes blank. Room around me fades into blurred streaks. Places and lyrics spelled into slurred, smothering glass sound. Pounding over and over to the steady beat of the hammer. Winding of the heavy iron door. Slamming shut. Sound like. And there it is.
Yep.
So we now know what Artemis has gone through.
Okay, yeah.
But he
I
was
have...
having it rough. Like, we now
Uh-huh.
know that Artemis is, well, an introvert.
Hmm.
He was going through manipulative people.
Yep. The sound of shattering glass wrenches me awake. For one endless moment, a dream and reality blur together. I feel the harsh numbing of the beat of the music in my veins, thumping in violent clashing contrast to the howl of the wind. I feel the comforting, suffocating weight of an arm across my shoulders. I feel betrayal, sharp as a knife in the back. Easy there. Deep breaths. I fill my tattered lungs with air and pull my knees up to my chest, waiting for the feeling in my limbs to return. None of that was real, Leo. It was all a dream. Look around you. This, right here in front of you, is real. The familiar sight of Theo's den comes into focus as my eyes adjust, with one noticeable difference. I stumble to my paws in the dim moonlight and begin fumbling for the light switch.
I hope his paw didn't get injured.
Fallen tree branch protrudes into the room like a gnarled hand, reaching towards me with clawed, beckoning fingers. I stand dumbly in the center of the room, staring at the unwelcome intruder. My eyes trace the branch up to his base, out the shattered window to the howling darkness outside.
His heart
What
is
is that?
pounding. What's that
What is
sound?
that? What is that sound? Oh,
Oh.
it's my heart. The blood pounding in my veins. My legs wobble and I slump back down onto the air mattress, shaking it all over. The rhythmic beats intensify and I uselessly covering my ears, pressing them flat against my head. Wait, what? Is this
What's going on?
It does nothing, of course, to dull the throbbing ache in my skull. I'm not sure how long I sit there, hunched and shivering, eyes wide and stiff, staring blankly at the floor. It must have been at least a year. No, 10 years. Perhaps 20, until there's finally room for thought. Room for reason. I could still feel his paws on my fur, his weight pressing onto me. He's like... It's like he have like a dream shock or whatever. I don't even know how to describe it, because I know...
Shock. He's probably in shock.
Maybe I always will. Leo, it was just a dream. What is with Leo and his dreams, I swear? I remind myself again, more forcefully this time. I flex my claws, digging ever so slightly into my fur. Soft pinpricks of pain, grounding me, here in this body. Artemis. I scrabble for my phone and do the only thing that comes to mind. It rings 3 times, punctuated by a wind's steady pulse. Rough click and the sound of shuffling blankets.
Leo?
For the first time in an eternity, It's something speaks louder than the pounding of my heart.
Theo, you there?
I latch onto his words, each one quieting the resonant beats within.
Look, I appreciate that you're thinking about me, but it's like 3 in the morning, so...
Artemis, the den. I force all of my energy into words, trying as hard as possible to sound normal.
Huh?
There was a fallen branch. It broke the window.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Sorry for asking, but do you mind?
Of course. Sorry for being an ass. I'll be right up. Or right down, actually. Do me a favor, put shoes on, like right now before you step on anything sharp.
Click. After only a few minutes, the Blue Jay shoulders the door open, and eyes alight with concern. It takes every ounce of restraint not to bury my face in his feathers and muffle the outside world. His discerning gaze sweeps across the room as he quickly takes in the state of things. Then he lets out a slow, tuneful whistle.
Oh. This sucks.
Feel a strangled laugh claw its way up my throat, sharp and desperate, tinged with hysteria. Yeah, it sure does. I just can't catch a break, huh?
You're not. So what did you like? Walk into a ton of ladders before this? Or blow up a mirror factory?
The laugh breaks free then, and some of my strangled tension leaves with it. Not lately, no.
Tell that to one who basically broke accidentally 7 frickin' mirrors by slamming a door shut. Oh. We should see. Hey, bro, I'm literally in the middle of a stream. Be polite for once. Sorry about that.
Okay, good. Because I'm gonna be sharing a room with you moving forward. And I don't need any more bad luck.
I blink at Artemis several times in rapid succession, not quite sure if I heard him correctly. Sharing a room?
Yeah? What? You think you're still gonna be asleep? You're still gonna sleep here after this? Absolutely not. As soon as we're done cleaning up here, moving your stuff down in the basement immediately. Nope.
He cuts me off, a slight blush clearly visible on his feathered cheeks.
I won't hear any arguments. Or apologies. I can tell you've got one locked and loaded.
I swallow the obligatory sorry and nod. He just did what he does with Ollie, oh my gosh.
Like, it's been enough time around Ollie. So I know when someone's about to apologize for no reason.
Thanks, Artemis.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a new one! That's a new one! He waves a talon and blushing even harder.
Anyway, speaking of cleaning up, we probably should start actually doing that now. Instead of whatever that is.
Right. I rub my eyes furiously with both paws and give my pounding head a shake. I'll get a broom from the kitchen and start sweeping up the glass.
Good first step.
Bird pauses for a moment, eyes flicking around the room.
I think I'm going to get Theo.
Oh, of course, Theo.
He'll want to see this, even if it upsets him. He'd probably be more upset if we waited till morning to tell him. Just, prepare yourself for frantic, Grandpa.
Old man, I walk into the already lit kitchen and do a quick sweep for a broom and dustpan. By the time I locate it, I can already hear muffled voices and the sound of fast, heavy paw steps.
Hey, slow down a bit, will you?
Theo, wild-eyed and panting, ignores Artemis completely and wrenches open the den door. Now that the master of the house is here, the howling wind seems louder than before. Theo's eyes land on the branch and he winces with real pain as if it had pierced him instead. Artemis and I exchanged worry glances. We had expected Theo to be distressed, but I could tell he's immediately regretting the frantic grandpa jab from earlier. Fox takes another step towards the broken window, and Artemis starts forward, talons outstretched.
Sounds
Hey, whoa, 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 whoa! What did I just say? There's glass everywhere. Theo, buddy, you really should put some shoes on.
Artemis turns to me, attempting to grab the reins of the situation.
No, you want to start sweeping up? I'll get to work moving the furniture. No.
Theo's voice is hoarse and clipped, pulsing with raw panic.
Go out to the living room. I'll handle this. What?
Artemis' story brow furrows sharply.
No, I don't think so. This is my house. This is my responsibility.
Theo speaks with his back to us, shoulders set in a rigid line.
Don't be dense. You honestly think we can move that brown shit out here by yourself?
Theo starts to retort, but Artemis interrupts him.
Besides, if you think you're going to repay your kindness by making you clean, in this up alone, then we're given the wrong impression.
Theo turns back to us with a new anger burning in his wide, frantic eyes.
Oh, shit.
I can feel the blood start to pound once more in my skull.
You don't owe me anything. I'm telling you to let me handle it.
Artemis frowns, clearly unwilling to back down.
And what? You think we'll just sit around for the next few hours watching?
My gaze starts between the bird and the fox, unsure of what to do. The broom and dustpan hang uselessly in my paws.
What happens if you sprain your back lifting this branch?
The familiar dread starts to bubble up once more.
You think you'd be using us any favors, lying injured in the couch?
I should say something. I have to interject. Guys, I don't...
Sprain my back? Hold, you think Oh, shit, that's what you sprained him? Are you calm down? I didn't say... I am perfectly capable of taking care of my own home, Artemis. And furthermore, I don't think, Anka, you are... I think, Anka, you are...
Whoa. For a moment, the room goes white. I hear the muffled clatter of the broom hitting the floor, then all sound fades, replaced by steady pressure and a feeling of absence. Faintly, I feel my back impact the wall and slide roughly downwards, almost like I'm feeling it happen to somebody else. A strong, solid arm drapes over my shoulders and... An arm. Over my shoulder. Pulling me back. No! With a violent flailing motion, I shake off the arm.
Leo?
Artemis draws his arm back, clearly shaken by my violent reaction.
Leo, we're here. It's gonna be okay.
My breath returns in slow, stuttered gasps. I'm sorry. I don't know what... Theo cuts me off.
No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have raised my voice. And, I guess I should apologize, too, for being... Yeah, I am. It's a new sprite. Sorry. Yeah. They ended up in an argument.
The room goes quiet, except for the low hum of the wind from the window.
We really should patch that up. We are helping you, Theo. Whether you like it or not. Would you please go put on some shoes?
Spark of animosity still lingers in the air, but I could tell Theo is too tired to pursue it. He turns and slopes out of the room, his expression too complex to read. Artemis sighs, sifting pieces of glass with his booted foot. Sinbad?
Well, I fucked that one up pretty hard, as usual. No.
Sinbad? You there?
Hang on. Something happened. It's just that someone I know is giving her account away and quitting to someone and quitting SL.
Oh.
No. God damn it, what do I do? What do I do? But whatever about me. Are you okay? You were out like a light for a bit there.
Yeah, I'm alright. Despite my best efforts, I don't sound particularly convincing.
Does this happen to you a lot, or?
No. He gives me a concerned once-over, still crouched beside me on the hardwood floor.
You know, we said we'd both help, but... maybe you should go lie down. Like Artemis has said. Worried about you, bud.
Seriously consider it for a moment. Just a moment, though. Then I struggle back upright, grabbing the fallen broom and dustpan. No, I'll be fine. I think it was just, with everything going on, just a little too much for me. Artemis drops his gaze, guilt plain in his eyes.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, and I'm really annoying about apologizing, but feels like I feel like it's warranted there. Sorry. For starting that argument. I thought I was helping by pushing Thea like that, but
For what it's worth, I think it's what he needed to hear.
maybe. That's enough drama for one night. I'll be chill from now on.
Isn't bad?
I promise.
I muster a smile for the Blue Jay, feeling some life return to my weary frame. Thanks. We get to work. Sweeping takes much longer than I expected. Artemis's hawkish eyes continuously spotting small shards I missed. After only a few minutes, I wordlessly hand him the broom. He gracefully accepts with his usual sardonic grin. We swap jobs and I pick up where he left off, moving the furniture and gather the falling items, being particularly wary of hidden glass. Theo joins us not long after, sporting some thick snow boots and a chagrined expression. Sinbad, you're lying.
Look, sorry if I'm quiet. It's just that I've been told something very important. I think Leo could use a hand organizing things.
Artemis treats him to a deliberately soft smile. Theo nods, smiling sheepishly back.
Thank you too. Thank you too. Don't mention it. Just learning arcade.
Theo's help, the work goes very smoothly, and before long, only the main arm of the massive branch remains. Artemis eyes it skeptically, dusting off his talons.
I don't know how much help I'll be there. To be honest, you've seen my noodle arms. They'll be dead.
Theo repeats Artemis' earlier jab with a playful smile, taking up his position in by the gnarled wood.
Guess I deserve that. Okay, where do you want me? Here. You and Leo can take this side. And we'll all lift at once. Roger that.
We take a few moments to angle ourselves around the branch. I steady my grip, waiting for the others to do the same.
Ready? 1, 2, 3!
We all lift on 3, muscles straining. Artemis and I immediately stagger backwards, pushed back by Theo's disproportionate strength.
Easy there, cowboy.
I grip my teeth and double my efforts, and Artemis does the same.
Gonna hold on to it.
Yep, let's walk. In slow, steady steps, we watch...
Oh, my internet is starting to suffer a little bit.
In slow, steady steps, we walk the branch out the window until it catches on something... walk the branch back out the window until it catches on something unseen outside.
Here, let's drop it for a second. Gently now.
We work together to let the branch back down onto the floor.
I think go ahead and outside and pull it over from the other end. Then you two can push on in from here. Makes sense to me.
Artemis replies, clearly trying to catch his
I want
breath.
something that is rather distressing. Sorry guys, if I'm sounding distressed, it's because I just got news about something that distressed me.
Theo turns and strides out the door with far more purpose and intention than he did just minutes ago.
Shit, he's really strong.
Bad.
Where the hell is he keeping all that?
Yeah, he almost knocked us over.
What? You think he could have moved it by himself?
Both jump slightly as Theo's voice echoes through the room.
Okay, I'm ready. Start pushing on my signal.
We scramble into place and add our meager efforts to his, shoving the invading branch back out the window to the darkness beyond. With a loud exhale and a few jerky movements, Theo pulls it through. Even though it's clearly still there.
Okay, let's get something to seal up the window. Some duct tape and garbage bags will do for now.
Both should be in the kitchen, I think. As we walk through the house to the kitchen, some of our usual levity returns.
Again, I'm sorry for the delayed lines.
You're okay, you're okay. Our smiles are wider.
Really, just...
Our smiles are...
me.
Our smiles are wider, our steps are lighter. I guess it's true what they say. Sharing pain halves it, sharing joy doubles it. Your line.
What are you grinning about over there?
Oh, nothing, really. Just a silly thought.
You have a nice smell, Leo. It's good on you.
I stutter out a blushing reply and shove my paws into my pockets. Let's stay on track here, okay?
Yes, sir.
Sure enough, after only a minute of searching, we find out what we were looking for. Garbage bags stuffed under the sink. Duct tape placed neatly in the junk drawer. See? I told you every house has one.
Okay, maybe you and Theo have a junk drawer, but I don't.
So where do you keep all your junk then? All your loose batteries and packets of soy sauce? Oh, crap.
Why they belong in the garbage.
I shake my head in disappointment, tucking the duct tape into my hoodie pocket. And here I thought you were civilized.
Fucking hell. What do you say? That was your first mistake.
Two of us get to work covering the window with thick plastic bags, using long strips of duct tape to hold them in place. I take on the duct tape duty, my paws easily slicing the tape into reasonably sized pieces. Artemis starts to patch up the window, and before long we stand back to admire our work.
It looks slightly botched, but it's better than nothing. I think there's still a bit of an opening around the bottom right corner.
He grabs the tape and starts fiddling with it. Here, I can do it. He beats me to it, resorting to ripping the tape with his beak. Wait, don't rip it like that! Isn't that really bad for you?
Yeah, well, so is losing your mind. Which is what I was doing, trying to rip it with my talons.
Next time, just let me do it then.
Alright, fine. Just need one more strip.
After finishing up the window, we start on the bookshelves, helping Theo rearrange their contents.
These books are pretty heavy duty. I'm honestly impressed. Don't be. I haven't read half of them. I'm impressed you haven't even read any of them, actually. I haven't opened a book since college.
I have not read a lot of my books in my room.
Really? How long has that been? Half a decade ago, I guess. Shit, already? Huh. What was your degree? Yeah, about that. I never got one. Dropped out after the first year. Oh my god, I dropped out in school.
Theo chuckles.
I literally dropped out. I dropped out from high school. I couldn't bear it anymore for several reasons. That's one more year of college than I had. Yet you're the only one who can actually read a book, so it's not a competition.
Finally, our work begins showing results just as the first hints of dawn creep into the room.
That's looking pretty damn good. That's actually looking pretty darn good. I made Artemis's voice by accident. Well, I don't have any plywood in hand, so they'll have to do it until the storm blows over. I have some.
Artemis chirps, leaning back against the wall.
My landlord left a ton of extra building supplies in the basement of my building. I'm sure you won't notice it if a few boards go missing.
Theo raises an eyebrow.
Stealing from your landlord, huh?
He grins wickedly.
Good for you. I'll take you up on that offer.
Artemis nods easily.
First, though, I want to help Leo get settled downstairs. Oh, that's right. You'll be needing a place to sleep, right? Sharing the basement does make the most sense. Two of you should have plenty of space down there. Yep, that's the idea. Just want to finish up a few things here. But let me know if you need help with your mattress. Sure thing. If you hear screaming and breaking of bones, just come running. Of course.
Thanks again, Artemis. I know I'm intruding into your space here. Your line.
Not in my space, but that's about to get what you mean. It's no trouble at all. You don't snore, do you?
As
Just yanking your cheek, come on.
As I stretch the bed sheets over the still inflating air mattress, my lack of sleep catches up to me big time.
You could go back into bed, you know.
Artemis chirps, not looking up from his phone. Really thinking about it. What about you?
Like I said, I'm gonna go pick up supplies from my apartment.
Oh, right. I'm coming too, then.
There's not really any need.
He slips his phone away and stands abruptly.
It's only a few boards. I shouldn't need any help. Yourself, you're exhausted. Just only got a few hours of sleep. Theo and I will handle the rest from here.
I attempt a pouting expression on but I find it swiftly ruined by a deep yawn. This is the second time you put me to bed in 12 hours.
Well, hopefully it actually works this time. Relax, okay? Been through a lot lately.
Despite my protests, I can already feel my eyes closing. Just for a few minutes. Before I could say another word, I find myself falling into sweet, downy nothingness. It might have been a dream, but I could swear I felt someone pull a warm blanket over me and softly brush the fur back from my forehead. I wake to the sunlight filtering softly through the small basement windows. The air is cooler down here, but pleasantly so. I shed my blankets and sit upright, stretching just a little. A quick glance at my phone tells me I had been asleep for longer than expected. A few hours had passed in what felt like seconds. Spent some time sifting through my notifications, composed mostly of our house group chat turned meme warehouse. In the midst of the poorly edited pictures and looping GIFs, I see a picture of Hunter digging through the fridge, sent by Rofi. Someone lose their raccoon? He's literally eating us all out of house and home. Send help. The image reminds me of both that I haven't seen the others in a while and that I hadn't eaten anything since last night. After straightening out my bed, I make the easy decision to head upstairs in search of company and some food. I find it readily available in the form of Hunter and Rofi snacking merrily away in the kitchen. Let's go, more Hunt. Aha! Rofi points an orange paw at me as I emerge from the basement. It's alive! Hunter bursts into a fit of laughter, followed swiftly by a fit of coughing. There you are, you almost missed lunch! Rofi sparkles, pounding Hunter jauntily on the back. Phew, I'm glad I made it in time. Feels like I haven't eaten in ages. Well, Artemis did say the two of you were up at around 3 in the morning, so like 9 hours ago? 9 hours? That felt like minutes ago. Your line.
Hey, no big deal.
Hunter chimes in, recovered from his food inhalation.
Like any of us have anywhere to go. Sorry, it's just I'm being quite quiet. Like I said,
Yeah, I know.
there's stress at the
But what about the repairs? All done. Rofi scoops a handful of chips into his mouth and crunches away.
Yep, the window's still boarded up and it's clear.
Aw, man, I'm sorry. I was planning on helping more, but...
Nah. But you saved some work for the rest of us, honestly. A little bit miffed at you and Artie for it. You didn't wake us up, though, to be honest.
Rofi nods enthusiastically. Yeah, it would have been super easy with all of us there.
Would have beat the world record for sure. How's he doing, by the way?
What do you mean?
Artemis. He's pretty shaken after the blackout yesterday. He's like he recovered all right, but wanted to make sure.
Probably due to a certain
I think we can relate more to Artemis than honestly.
Probably due to a certain someone. Rofi nudges me playfully with an elbow. Do not blush, do not blush, do not blush.
It's spaced out.
To be honest, I had no idea to handle Artie when he gets upset, but you seem to have a knack for it. Oh, I guess. We're pretty similar, that's all. Uh-huh, sure. Just like I said before, you were always the popular one. Alright, whatever you say. I decided to probe a little further. So, you've seen Artemis get mad like that before? Rofi pauses, deep in thought. Only once? I haven't known him that long, but it seems like a rare occurrence. It only happens when he's really stressed. And honestly, considering the circumstances, I don't really blame him. I wonder what the backstory is. He could get pretty snippy, but his heart's in the right place. What about you, Hunter? You doing alright after the argument you two had? Is it bad?
Oh, me?
Hunter's usual smile arrives on his face with only the slightest hint of hesitation.
Oh, I'm fine. Contrary to me. Not the first time I've been yelled at. Usually, the yeller doesn't have any interest in mine, so my best interest in mine, so whatever, bitch.
At that moment, my phone buzzes. It's a text from Artemis. I'm a little embarrassed at how much my heart jumps when I see the name.
Hey there, sleeping goody. How are things at the house? Ah!
I pull my chair up a chair and start working on a reply, and when I see an orange snout in my peripheral vision. Sleeping Beauty? Hey! I jump up, startled, and before swatting Rofi away, face red and tail puffing. Leo? What? Are you and Artie...
You know.
Hunter and Rofi exchange devious... I swear, the chemistry of these three are just perfect. Well, I can see the headlines now. Leo, age 26. Age confirmation, let's go. No, the only snow leopard to die of embarrassment during the blizzard. Be honest, it's really, really important. Maybe we are. Ha! Rofi pumps his fist in the air. I knew it! He holds a paw out to the exasperated Hunter, wiggling his fingers and bouncing his eyebrows.
Alright.
Hunter sighs and starts rummaging through his pocket.
They had a bet!
This game, I swear! You're lying.
It was $20, right?
What? No, it was 50! I didn't think it was possible for my face to get any redder than it was, but it already was, but here we are.
Oh,
Did you
God,
two
I just can't imagine Leo just blushing as red as a freaking tomato. Like, imagine the Sprite. And that's the first time I actually get to see
Okay,
him.
Devs, suggestion. Put a profile on the bottom left of Leo so we can see more, like, emotes of him, because we don't really get to see
Like, imagine him embarrassed as hell. Like, hilarious.
Did you two seriously bet on this? Yes, and I just seriously won. But for real though, I'm happy for you. Artie's a real good guy. Rofi looks at me with those wide blue eyes and some of my heated emotion fades. I'm reminded of summer evenings, looking into those same eyes, hearing the same voice speak different words. I know what Rofi sounds like when he's being sincere. He means it. I can tell he really means it. The emotional moment is undercut only slightly by him accepting a crisp 50 from a peeved Hunter. Anyway, you'd better respond to that text before he thinks you hate him. Oh, shut up. I give Rofi one more well-deserved swat and return back to my phone. Same old, sitting in the kitchen with thing 1 and thing 2. I snap a quick, unflattering photo of Rofi and Hunter as they argue over the last soda.
I just think this hilarious. I have to admit, just Hunter's freaking like, you know, that face he does, like that anime face is just fucking hilarious.
Not cute, Silver. Also, welcome on in. You still at your place? The 3 dots appear almost instantly. Must have been keeping an eye on his phone. For some reason, that gives you the warm and fuzzies. Alright.
Nope. Not with Neo. Checking on houses, etc. Figured we needed to spend some time together after our little pissing contest last night.
How is he?
Alright. Helping other folks make him feel better.
Short break. 3 dots appear and then vanish. And then appear again.
I apologize again for being harsh last night. And also for all the old man jokes. He just laughed. Gonna be extra nice to him the next 3 days, just in case. But anyway, how you doing, sleepyhead?
Much better. I reply, pushing back a nosy Rofi with one paw and tapping with the away with the other. I really needed that rest.
That's surprising. Still be leftover fatigue from hypothermia, to be honest. Wait, really? You can actually get leftover fatigue from hypothermia?
Huh.
You start feeling weird again, let Rofi know. He's got a medical training, so he can fuss over you if I'm not there to do it.
Professional medical puppy eye dog.
Oh.
I turned to Rofi then, his face still partially covered by my paw. Artemis just volunteered your medical expertise in case I start feeling weird again. Of course! His slightly muffled voice is 100% sincere.
I'm starting to think that Leo had a panic attack.
That could be. But wait, what do you mean, again? It's no big deal, I was just shattering explosive beats, the harsh, burning stench of smoke. A little shaken last night.
I mean, I don't blame you.
Hunter says quietly. Rofi nods in agreement. So, I say, breaking the silence. I'm so curious. When was the last time you saw Artie get really mad? Let me see. It was last summer, I think. I saw him on one of my walks around the city, and he agreed to join me. It was going really well. We were having interesting conversations and everything. And then this jerk ran a red light and nearly flattened me. My eyes widened involuntarily.
Whoa. What? You never told me this.
It was after I graduated. I never really had the chance to. Anyway, I was just paying attention to the crosswalk sign, so I didn't see him. But Artie pulled me out of the way at the last second. He was so furious. I really thought he was gonna chase the guy down the street. He did kind of rip into me a little bit too. Told me to watch where I was going and all that. And I mean, he was right, of course. If he hadn't been there, I shivered despite the warmth of the kitchen. I don't want to think about that. He apologized a few minutes after and even bought me ice cream on the way back. In a weird way, I feel like it made us closer than we otherwise would have been. And I don't know. Rofi's blue eyes unfocused deep in thought. I knew he wasn't just angry or annoyed, if that makes sense. He was worried about me. He almost saw me get hurt really badly and it just freaked him out. Despite his prickly exterior, Artemis cares a lot about other people. Sometimes I think that's why he acts so aloof, because he doesn't want to reveal how much he cares. He doesn't want to come off as overbearing or clingy. That's just my theory anyway. A game theory! No, I think you're right. Ollie said pretty much the same thing last night. I think back to Artemis and Theo's argument this morning, noting the similarities to Rofi's story. When the window broke, he was the first to mention getting Theo. Artemis knew he'd want to know even if it upset him. Yeah, he's a big ol' softy, really. Rofi laughs, eyes twinkling.
Don't just get hit by any cars, and you should... Just don't get hit by any cars, and you should... I'd have no trouble with him.
Oh, I bet you'll have him wrapped around your paw in just a few days. I say sarcastically, stealing some food off Rofi's plate.
That's like, ha ha.
Is everyone else awake? Was I the last to emerge today?
Yep, even Ollie was up before you. He helped us organize the stuff from the den to put it back in place. I think he's still finishing up there actually.
Maybe I'll go see if he needs help. I've done enough lying around. If you want, I'll leave some food out for the two of you. Thanks, Rofi. See you two later.
Later.
Bye! I head back out to the living room, working on another reply to Artemis. Any idea how much longer you two will be out?
Why? You miss me already?
Maybe I do.
That's fair. Maybe I missed you too. Hypothetically speaking, of course.
Of course.
Theo and I are helping Shovel at the moment. Well, more accurately, Theo is helping Shovel, and I'm also here. Maybe I'll break off and head back after we're done.
If you want, I promise there's not much interesting happening here.
Good. I had enough interesting to last a freaking lifetime.
Same.
I'll be back in 10 to 15 minutes, if possible. See you soon, Furball.
Oh, furball.
Aww.
I pocket my phone with a smile. The living room looks pretty much the same as usual with no trace of last night's mess. I stroll past the merrily crackling fire and head into the den, where I find a familiar green dinosaur fussing over the bookshelves. Morning, Ollie. Good morning, Leo. Well, I guess it really isn't morning anymore. Ollie waves a claw lightly. As far as I'm concerned, morning is whenever you wake up. Anyway, how are you feeling? Everyone keeps asking me that. I say, chuckling good-naturedly. I'm fine, really. How'd you sleep? Like a rock. A particularly sleepy rock. Hope it was nice. Long naps like that are 50-50 for me. I either feel invincible or just like I got hit by a truck. There's no in between. I wouldn't say a truck. Maybe a nice minivan. Oh, okay, I see. Very manageable. Ollie giggles softly and takes a seat in one of the repositioned armchairs. Nestles the other chair, tucking my legs underneath me on the Bigfoot cushion. Still, though, I'm glad you were able to get some extra shut-eye. I know you didn't drink last night, but even so, if I were in your position, I would have been in a puddle of slime. All my atoms would have dissociated from each other and scattered into the ether. Yeah. Honestly, I feel like I came pretty close to doing just that. Still, though, even the three of you did such good work. So fast, too. I mean, pretty much everything was already done by the time the rest of us woke up. All thanks to Theo and Artie. You're still selling yourself short, you know. You've been through so much the past few days. It's honestly impressive that you could stay so positive. I shrug, not really knowing how to respond. I certainly don't feel impressive. I'm sorry, Leo. What for? I'm just sorry that all this has happened to you. You don't deserve it. You deserve much, much better. Ollie, you're such a sweetheart. I mean, I guess, yeah, maybe. I scruff the fur on the back of my head, blushing slightly. How often in life do we actually get what we deserve? Oops, wrong thing to say. Time to change tact. Overall, though, it could be much, much worse. At least I have you all to worry about me. That brings a smile back to his face. Oh, definitely. Between the 5 of us, you've got no shortage of warriors. Because, as you know, worrying about a problem hard enough fixes it. Ollie giggles at his own joke, nestling further into his chair. It strikes me that I haven't seen him look this comfortable before. He must finally be settling in here. My bubbling curiosity finally starts to boil over. There probably won't be a better time to ask this, so here goes. Hey, speaking of warriors, can I ask you something about Artemis? Ollie tilts his head, blinking curiously at me. Sure. Probably anyway. You said you met Artemis in college, right? Ollie nods, clacking his claws together quietly. Yes, it was my junior year, I think. I hope you don't mind my asking, but how do I approach this? What exactly do I want to ask? What was he like back then? The dino is silent for a few long moments, but the claw clacking continues. He was wilder, more restless than he is now. He had this manic energy about him. He was always moving, like he was afraid to slow down. The dino's voice changes, deepens. His usual flighty tone solidifies and takes on a new musicality. But he was kind and sweet and a good listener, just like he is now. Yeah, I do my best to keep my voice steady and nonchalant. I bet he had lots of friends. Ollie's brow darkens and his claws freeze mid-clack, his face twists into the closest approximation to anger I've seen him express. I wouldn't call them friends. His words are quiet and soft-spoken, but I can feel the thrashing, roaring energy caged just beneath them. Ollie doesn't elaborate. His eyes are fixed on something long past. I push a little further.
A dream.
I take it they weren't good to him. No, not at all. The venom in his words stirs at the air, smoldering and splitting like thick, choking smoke, like a bright, sparking flame. They used him when they wanted to, and ignored him when they didn't. kept him chained to them like a bird in a cage. Somewhere I hear the chord sonorous sound of an iron door swinging shut. No, wait. It was... Oh! That's the front door! Ollie jumps to his feet in an instant, his claws once again fiddling at high speed. Listen, Leo, I would appreciate it if, I won't tell anyone else. Promise. Just like last time, we never had this conversation. Relief spreads across his face. Thank you. I'm literally such a chatterbox. I'm sorry, Ollie's stream of apologies are cut short as the bird himself strides into the room, still shaking snow off his clothes.
Speaking of chatterboxes, I'm back.
So I see.
The music!
Yeah. I was just helping Ollie getting settled in here.
Sure, yeah.
His eyes twinkle.
You were helping a lot from that armchair.
I immediately stand up, sticking my tongue out at the sassy bird. How are things out there? Ollie blurts out, clearly eager to change the subject.
If not, there's obviously a lot of snow.
Artemis pulls off his beanie and shakes it out, running a talon through his tousled hair.
Theo's still out and about, of course. The arms hurt and I'm tired.
He looks it. He's definitely been awake since the incident this morning. I'm starting to feel guilty about my nap.
Maybe we can just chill for a bit. And without any major historical events.
Sure. Is it alright if I join you two? Artemis blinks at him.
Of course, Emily. What made you think I wasn't inviting you to?
Oh, Ollie's eyes flick to me. Just being silly, I guess.
There's another thing.
Artemis says gently, shoving his worn beanie back into his place.
Is it okay if we go back down to the basement? It's a little chilly down there. No, it's a little chilly down there for you.
Artemis, please, I will be fine. That's cool with me. You can pick up a snack from the kitchen if you need.
Nah, I ain't. One of the neighbors paid for our shoveling service and sandwiches. Wouldn't it be easier if everyone just paid for everything in sandwiches? Imagine it. Sandwich-based economy.
I mean, depending on what kind of sandwich, they would probably spoil. And you wouldn't be able to carry very many at once, so I'm not really sure that... Artemis holds up a talon to shush him, face alight with mirthful exacerbation.
I didn't mean literally imagine it. Look, never mind. Forget I said it.
Oh. Right, sorry. Even with the limitations I mentioned, though, would probably still be preferable to our current economy.
Amen to that.
Indeed. We make our way across the now familiar house, heading for the basement. So did you have anything in mind? Any activities?
Nope, nothing at all. Unless they're running out of ideas for things to do here. Cabin fever is setting in already. What is cabin fever again?
It's basically like you're just locked into a snowed up house and for too long you just want to get out and do stuff.
Yeah.
Artemis?
Yeah?
Would you mind putting on one of your playlists?
Sure, I could. I don't know if you'd be interested.
Ollie turns to me excitedly. Artemis has incredible music taste. He's introduced me to so many artists over the past few years. Before I met him, I just kind of listened to the same video game soundtracks over and over again.
Like I told you back then, there's nothing wrong with that.
Right on, Artemis. Sure, you can put on a playlist. Honestly, it'd be nice to just sit and vibe out for a while. Artemis sets up a Bluetooth speaker as I scroll through his formidable music collection. What kind of mood do I want right now? Oh, okay, okay, there we go. First decision, okay. Enrichment for my enclosure. Chat, is this real? Mimetic hazard, do not click. What do we choose? What do we choose?
Yeah, enrichment hazard for enclosure, honestly.
Okay, let's do this. Looks like a collection of upbeat party hits and fun bangers. Fun, bubbly, and energetic.
I don't suppose this'll wake me up.
Oh, sorry, I can change it if you're not in the mood.
Nah. It's probably when I need to stay awake, honestly. I hate maps and I hate sleeping. Hardcore diurnal. A diurnal. I forgot what that means.
And yet somehow we're still friends.
No, a lot of hard work and perseverance.
A year or so ago, Artemis established a rule. Ollie explains to me, grinning broadly. I'm not allowed to send him links, photos, or GIFs after 10 p.m.
This boy literally never sleeps. I had to lay down some ground rules for my own health and safety.
Artemis just can't keep up with my hyper-modern lifestyle.
No one can. Sometimes I really wonder if you sleep at all.
Yeah, well, sometimes I don't. Sometimes it just be like that. Sleep and I don't always get along.
Yeah, it's just weird that way.
You don't ever have trouble sleeping, Artemis?
Hardly. I keep a steady schedule. Once I'm out, I'm out.
Okay, well, you know I struggle with steady schedules, or steady anything, really. That's not just how my brain works.
Yeah, I know. No shade, of course.
Artemis says, gently repositioning his wings on the couch with a soft flutter. What about you, Leo? It depends on the night. I sleep alright when I don't dream. I try with all my might to avoid looking at Artemis, though I'm not exactly sure why.
You know what? I'm actually the same way. Well, sort of. I get sleep paralysis. It happens so infrequently that I just gotta forget about it. I kind of forget about it. I guess I just block it out.
Oh, that's right, I forgot about that too. I mean, it's been years since the last attack, right?
Don't call it an attack. It sounds more like some kind of seizure or something. And no, I don't think years, more like a year and a half.
Maybe you're done with it then. And
Maybe.
Artemis doesn't sound convinced. What is it like, if you don't mind me asking?
It's that's what it's like. Your bones and muscle are completely rigid. Sometimes you can move your eyes, sometimes not. Once you realize you can't move, the panic sets in. Even though you know what's happening, it never gets any better. I know the feeling!
Yeah.
I hate it. I actually got sleep paralysis a few times. Like, when I woke up from a nightmare, I just couldn't move. Like, I just literally stayed nailed to my bed. I couldn't move. Like, I literally tried standing up. I was trying to basically, trying to move my body. I was trying to think of it. My brain was trying to basically make my body move, but it wouldn't respond at all. You're lucky you don't actually see anything. What is that emoji there, the miniaturity sent?
It's a bird.
If not, long story short, it blows.
Wow.
Yep.
So you're saying I should stay awake for the rest of my life just in case? Artemis throws a pillow at Ollie, who immediately breaks into a fit of giggles.
By the way, you're keeping an eye on it. Are you keeping an eye on the time? Aren't you going to go host an online game night this evening?
Oh, crap! Ollie jumps from his comfy spot on the couch and his phone catapults off his lap onto the floor. Aha, frick! He scoops it up and starts for the stairs, waving a hasty goodbye at the two of us. Good talk, you two. Sorry I rambled so much. Okay, goodbye. I'm already late. He vanishes up the stairs in a flurry of claws and feathers. What a guy.
Yeah. Ollie's probably my favorite person in the whole world.
Artemis's tone is completely sincere. I think I can see why.
Good. Honestly, be concerned about our company if you couldn't.
Charlie's departure slows the conversation into a comfortable halt. Time passes as the music plays on. Artemis and I silently enjoy each other's company, speaking only to request a specific song or to skip one. Before either of us know about it, night falls.
Give me a moment real quick. I need to check something on my 3D printing project.
Okay. Long after the daylight vanishes and the house lights come on, I look up from my phone to see Artemis sliding on his boots, clearly preparing to go outside. Hey, you heading out? He startled slightly, almost as like he forgot I was there. Alright, while we wait for Sinbad to come back, how are we doing, chat? You enjoying this so far? Looks like we're gonna be nearing the end of this run. Again, I'm just gonna say right now, in the meantime, while we wait for the next Promises to Keep update, which is not gonna drop till sometime in May, I have 2 other games in mind alongside, of course, our Night in the Woods, which I want to get back to at some point. Undertale, because we're going to be doing Undertale to celebrate the game's 10th anniversary. And also, we are going to also be checking out a game that my friend Luffy gifted to me for Christmas called Winds of Change. It's not going to be a voice acting game, but it's a furry game, and I'm very excited to check it out. It is I've heard very good things about it. Yeah. Anyways, your line. Yeah, it looks like Artemis is getting ready to head outside.
Yeah. So what exactly did I see? What did I miss in the chat? Can you check the history real quick?
Yeah, he looks like after the daylight vanishes and the house lights come on, I look up from my phone to see Artemis slipping on his boots, clearly preparing to go outside. His voice is clipped, purposefully flat.
Just for a minute or two. Feeling a little stir crazy, I guess.
He won't meet my eyes. He turns his back to me and rifles through his bag.
I'll be gone in a few minutes, just for a few minutes.
He stuffs something into his pocket, shoulders stiff and secretive. A flash of memory, the chill
He
of
smokes.
Yep. A flash of memory, the chill of a cold metal railing, and the spark and flare of a small controlled flame. Oh. Going out for a smoke? He freezes and finally turns to face me, face flushed with surprise and guilt.
Shit, was I really that obvious?
I chuckle softly. Lucky guess. I slide my legs off the couch and tuck my phone away. Mind if I come with?
You smoke?
No, just thought I'd keep your company. He wrestles with the thought for a moment.
Okay, fine. Just don't stand downwind of me.
Downwind?
Downwind, yeah. The 2 of us suit up and head into the living room. Artemis holds the door open for me as we step outside onto Theo's front porch. Oh, this is new.
New artwork!
At this point in the evening,
scenery.
the wind is quite mild, gently stirring my fur and clothes. The dim shine of stars and street lamps is magnified tenfold by the snow, rendering the whole street visible. Artemis lets out a breath I didn't realize he'd been holding. He leans against the railing of the porch, looking out over the soft white ocean beyond. He pulls a fresh pack of cigarettes from his pocket, plucking one out with slightly trembling talons.
Talons.
He stops.
It's what it sounds.
Yeah, he stops, though, right before lighting it and turns to me.
Don't ever do this, okay?
I laugh good-naturedly, shoving my paws in my hoodie pockets. Okay, deal.
I'm not kidding.
The lighter flares up, reflecting off his flinty eyes, and the first sinuous tendrils of smoke swirl away into the night sky.
I've been trying to quit for like 5, almost 6 years now. I did pretty good during the warm months, but...
He ashes the cigarette lightly and deliberately into a small pocket ashtray. My eyes catch a glimmer of words carved into the silver surface, but he tucks it away again before I can make them out.
Winter rolls around, something about the cold. Miss it. Makes me miss it. Feeling comes and goes. It's never predictable. Bored. I'm anxious. Even when I see someone else smoking, even if it's just in a movie or whatever. Itch.
He releases a thin stream of smoke from his delicately curved beak.
It sucks.
His tone turns steely, sharp with frustration.
I hate it. Shit. It's swing at it. It's all for you. Your breath stink. Makes you smell like crap. Cleans out your bank account. And I somehow love it. That's the way it feels, the way it makes me look. Smoke. It don't look good. Stop worrying about it. Starting to worry. Starting to basically feel more and more like Artemis. Fuck.
Oh my god. Like, I will say I've never smoked in my life.
Caring up because of how I feel like Artemis. Just minus
Same.
smoking.
I don't smoke. My grandma did. It is the reason why she's no longer with us. My mom's fiance also, he did smoke, but he quit last year. Freaking proud of him. But, oh my god.
My grandma and Foxy.
Yeah.
My sympathies. I had 2 family members die because of smoking. Of cancer.
In the case of my
grandmother on
grandma,
my mom's side, my grandmother on my mom's side died of pancreas cancer because she smoked.
for the case of my grandma, it was
COPD.
COPD. It was COPD and pneumonia.
And most recently, last week,
Sorry to hear that, bud.
my uncle died because of brain cancer.
Minnie sends their condolences as well.
Thanks, Minnie. And now I see, and now I'm starting to relate more and more to Artemis.
Uh-huh.
That's why I'm actually crying right now. Sorry. So my voice sounds a bit shaky, and I'm trying to do the character voices. That's normal.
The power went out yesterday. Everyone was running around and talking over one another. I was panicking. I was panicking pretty damn hard. I just kept thinking about that little pack hidden away in my bag. Holiday gift to myself.
Another soft, loving drag. I watched him savor it like it was his last breath on Earth.
Held it out until now. Just can't help it. If I leave it behind, I want it back. That's why I'm standing out here in the cold like an idiot. The other idiots who stand out in the cold, literally burning through their lives like a candle wax. Stink. Giving over and over again. Of course, it's a choice. Not a mistake.
Falls silent then, watching the ephemeral smoke
Ephemeral.
the smoke curl around the
Christ,
stars.
I'm gonna say straight up, it surprises me that I'm better in English than French. I'm literally getting, what's the opposite of retention again?
I don't know. Smoke.
Hang on a minute, let me look.
Watching the ephemeral smoke curl around the stars in wide, shifting loops. And in turn, I watch it curl around him. Around his slender face. Across his neatly tousled hair.
Attrition.
There you go.
Language attrition.
I watch his
Yeah.
talons, sleek and dexterous.
I'm speaking English so much that I might be suffering from language attrition. I'm losing my birth language, which is kind of worrying, to be honest.
I watch his talons, sleek and dexterous, the gentle way that they handle that wretched little cylinder. He holds it so tenderly and hurts him so deep. It's not fair. With a gentle sigh, he leans forward onto the metal railing of Theo's porch, eyes cast skyward into the infinite forever. I join him, savoring the soft, insistent chill of the snow-kissed iron. Oh.
Love those artworks. They are beautiful.
Oh my god.
I just love it.
Changed a lot over the past few years.
His voice is small, hushed like a kid telling a secret, its usual easy melody nowhere to be found. His eyes remain fixed on the night sky, on the barest silver of moon showing through the clouds.
Gone through the lengthy process of reorienting my life, pretty much from scratch.
And I think my cat's here. I'm proud of how. Oh,
I'm proud of how far I've come, but sometimes it feels like I'm just running away from myself. Like I'm a shadow, tethered to a post.
Promise to keep to pet the kitty for your DJ Foxy. Thank you for petting my cat. He's all the way over on my near my staircase up to my room, though.
No matter how far I stretch, I can't even break free.
A shadow, just passing through life in the periphery, as stable as as solid as smoke, as the frosty clouds we breathe in the winter. Artemis.
Is that for depressing?
He turns back to me with a sorry excuse for a half smile, clearly desperate to lighten the mood. I softly clear my throat and oblige him, ignoring my heavy heart. I've heard worse.
Did you have? And my trauma is mid.
He lets out a slightly forced laugh and stubs out the ashy remains. The pack disappears into his pocket, and then reappears. He lights up a second.
It's gonna be really annoying here if I say it again. Don't do this. Hey, look at me, okay?
His voice turns urgent now, almost desperate.
I need to know you're listening.
Smiling softly, I humor him, meeting his dark, fervent eyes.
I'm bad influence. Do better than me.
Okay, Artemis, I'll do better than you.
I'm serious, no.
Yes, you've been very clear about that.
Just cause you always come off as sarcastic, cynical little shit, so being legitimately genuine, really gotta lay it on thick, you know.
Yes, I hear you. Props to you, Leo, for being a good listener. I hear you. In fact, I'm hanging on every word. With a stiff nod, he finally turns away.
Awkward PSC over. Awkward PSC over. We'd be normal again.
What do you mean, again? When were we ever normal? That gets a real smile out of him. Oh my gosh, Leo, good choice.
Fair enough. Definitely my fault. I've never been any fun to flirt with, to be honest. I always take it too seriously, or not enough.
He sighs theatrically and shoves his talons in his pocket, smoke dangling lightly from his beak.
Just not very easy to love, that's all.
My heart almost breaks right there and then. I just can't keep quiet after a line like that. Oh yeah? For once to speak before thinking, before censoring, before pulling away. And who told you that? He turns to me, then honest surprise on his face. My mind is rent by flashes of ripped black jeans and a large toothy smile so unbearably vivid I have to believe he sees them too. Who made you believe that about yourself? I hold his gaze. When you say those words, who is speaking through you? He turns away, as we both notice the beginnings of tears.
Point taken. Hold that one over. I have an answer.
It's clear from his tone that he has no intention of telling me. Not here, not now. That's okay. Take your time, Artemis. I'm not going anywhere. Silence stretches comfortably on, muffled and wrapped in the glow of winter. He chuckles, and the sound echoes and waves around us before burying itself in the snowdrifts. He deftly plucks a cigarette from his beak. What you thinking about?
Song. I would sing it for you, but
He gestures back towards the house, eyes alight with humor once more.
I don't want to break any more of Lucio's windows.
That gets a laugh out from me for sure. Your voice can't be that bad.
Oh no, it is.
Well, same question then. Who told you that?
Hey, that only marks was tonight. Besides, gonna make things some self-loathing. It's basically my brand. Anyway.
With a more violent motion than strictly necessary, he stubs out the half-burnt smoke and tucks it neatly into the pocket ashtray. I only catch only one word that carved into its surface before it vanishes again. Love.
That's enough.
He says firmly, more to himself than me.
You can go back inside now. I'm freezing.
So you do get cold. He gives me a look.
Yeah, of course I do.
Well, you don't dress like it.
Fair enough.
Cross the porch and bundle back through the doorway. 2 flickering shadows, leaving only the barest of impressions behind. I turn for one last look, and my eyes rest on the single brave streetlight, casting its lonesome shadow on the world below. The trusty air mattress lets out a puff as I collapse it onto it once more.
You sure that's enough space for you?
Yeah, there's plenty of room.
We can move some furniture to...
Nope. No more furniture moving today. I'm sick of it.
Good point. Alright. But if I notice as you look at all cramped, I'm moving some tables.
You better not.
You couldn't stop me.
Yeah, actually, I think I could. Have you seen your noodle arms?
Touche! Oh!
He flushes hotly.
Hey! Only I could call them that. Here's your pillow.
He chucks it at me and I duck just in time. Hey, you better be careful. One of these days I might just throw one back. We finish setting up my stuff and take turns in the bathroom, wordlessly agreeing that we're both tired enough to go to bed.
Quarrel.
He settles onto the couch, tucking himself neatly beneath the hefty 3 layers of sheets and blankets.
Don't judge. I like to be cozy.
Who doesn't? I nestle into my own blankets.
Who doesn't?
Tossing and turning a few times, fluffing up the pillow, and rearranging the covers until they're just right.
Typical cat-like behavior, I see.
What's that you just said about not judging? Finally, after a brief exchange of yawns, Artemis leans over the side of the couch and then hesitates.
You mind if I put some soft music on? Usually need something to help me drift off.
Oh,
That's fine.
Yeah, let's say fine.
I usually sleep in the quiet.
But I actually fell asleep once to hardstyle music. No joke. Yeah, that's fine.
What?
Yeah, like I was in the middle of a Discord call with one of my friends and we were just listening to hardstyle and I was on my phone and I eventually just drifted off.
Probably because you were tired.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead. I don't mind at all.
Thanks. I wouldn't even dare choose the second option. That would be too cruel.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, let's forget about the no option for that one. We're not even gonna bother selecting it. Sleep well, Leo. See you in the morning.
Once again, the hail resumes, lashing fiercely against the small basement window. The storm isn't over yet. Oh my gosh. That one was seriously great. Absolute cinema. Agreed, Minnie. I have a feeling, I have some theories about what happened to Artemis, but I'm not going to discuss it on stream. Because TOS, potentially. So, like, support this game, please. Yep, see, yep. Oh, okay, so Cobalt does both the CG and sprites, and then Mary does the
It's really weird how he changes the art style suddenly, though.
Yeah, Mary does the background art, and then, of course, we got the amazing music producer. Till then, Theo's door is always open, and... oh my gosh. Those friends of... I really want to punch that one friend that appeared in the dream sequence. Like... those are like... whatever Artemis did is... like... here's the thing. I related to Artemis when he was like... okay, now granted, I don't smoke. But... I have an unfortunate habit of snacking frequently, and it's not great. I've been getting better, but like whenever I get really stressed out, I mean, don't get me wrong, snacking is okay, but excessively, it's not good for you. And unfortunately, that is a very unfortunate habit that I have. I have yet to break out of it. I'm getting better at it, but regrettably, it's something that I've been struggling with. And I'm hoping to get better at it this year. So far, I'm doing substantially better, but I'm hoping that in the next year or so, I can break out of that habit and just eat better whenever I'm not stressed. But yeah, Artemis, like, again, I don't smoke. I just want to say that's kind of, I have a feeling that there's something that stresses Artemis out that causes him to relapse. And what I'm hoping to see is that maybe when the game is finished, he'll quit. I want to see that. Because Artemis is literally one of the sweetest characters in this game. No, you can just download. Yeah, Sparko. Yeah, that's right. Sparko, I don't even have an itch.io account. You could just download it. Yep, it's downloadable for free. But yeah, that route was something else. I just have a feeling that Artemis's backstory is much darker than we already let on. I'm really hoping that what I'm expecting in one of the days going forward in this game is that I want to see Leo get focused. And oh yeah, should I mention, I am very glad that despite the fact that some of these routes are more character focused, all of the characters are still getting their time in the spotlight. I respect that, because even if there's more like when every character has their opportunity to shine in the spotlight, that makes a game or a story in general even better. Like that is like in some of the like that's what makes like my favorite TV show of all time, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, special to me. Every character, even the minor characters, get a chance to shine thoroughly. And if a story does that, it is good. And I absolutely applaud the writers in this game for doing that. Because even like Leo, Rofi, and Hunter's character dynamic is perfect. Like a really awesome trio. Ollie and Artemis still had their chance to shine in this route too, as in their friendship. And Theo, strong character as always. Throughout. I'm very excited to see where this game goes. Please do yourself a favor, download this game, play it for yourself, financially support the devs if you can, just as I did. Give this game all the support. The dev team needs it. Thank you. Have yourselves a wonderful night. That said, thank you so much for coming in tonight. We'll be back on Sunday night for some more Ace Attorney Investigations 2. And next week, we're going to go with the final unfortunate Promises to Keep stream. For now, let's find someone to raid. You there, Sinbad?
Kinda.
Yeah.
No,
Alright.
it's just that I've had something happen to me.
Okay, we'll talk after stream. Sound good?
Yeah.
I haven't raided my good friend DJ Cyber for a while. Let's raid them. Let's raid him. One of my longtime friends. Also, fellow Canadian, too. He's in Ontario, though, I do believe.
Yeah.
Alright, ready up, raiders.
Yep.
Thank you so much for
watching your stream for now, so.
Alright, ready up, raiders. We will be back next week. This has been DJ Foxy. Have yourselves a wonderful night. See you soon. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.